Previously on The Budgeteers. After a short but sweet 5 days in Honduras, we left the southern coast and hitchhiked to Nicaragua. Our plan was to quickly cross the border and then hitch to a town called Leon. But things didn't go quite to plan. Welcome to episode 7 of The Budgeteers. I don't want to start off on a bad note, but I've been thinking about what I was going to say at the beginning of this intro for the last 4 hours, and all I could come up with is you, Nicaragua. You, Nicaragua. You up your ass. Nobody on this show makes Lena cry, okay, except for me. Basically what happened is this. We left Honduras, we got stamped out, we walked across the bridge, we get pulled over, we get stopped by immigration, and everywhere we've been going, Lena's been getting questioned because she travels on a Colombian passport, right? Now, whatever reason, there's a political situation between the two countries, I don't know. Do we look like we're smuggling drugs or... No, I think we look like nice tourists who are just travelling through, making a nice documentary about how wonderful Central America is, but not this bunch of fat shit on their fat ass. We just had to spend $70, $50 was a scam, basically. Yeah. They wouldn't let her in. We had to go back to El Salvador. No, what's the name of this country? We had to go back to Honduras. So we come back to Nicaragua. They take Lena into the investigation room for about half an hour twice. She's crying the whole time because she takes it personally and she's really sensitive, and we're trying to calm her down. Like it's just the politics. It's just bullshit. It's not your fault. It's just bullshit. Humanity is bullshit because she thought she our trip. We'd have to turn around and go to Mexico again, which would have been sick because Mexico, you're amazing. Anyway, Ty, just speak because I just keep swearing.
Normally, all goes smooth. We check out in the country that we come from, we check in the other one, we get stamped, we maybe pay a few dollars. No biggie, takes half an hour max. But this one was a special one.
We can't get any water, we can't get anything to drink or anything to eat. These guys haven't eaten since breakfast. Lena's been crying all day, so she's as well.
Yeah, and breakfast was at 6 o'clock and it's now almost sunset, so think.
Right, so this is the next situation that we've got. We got to the border at like noon, spent the whole day there because we're travelling with a dodgy Colombian. Obviously everyone's crossed the border pretty much, just a few stragglers driving by, and we're literally surrounded by pigs wallowing in their own shit. Sandflies everywhere, lights going down. Normally when you get to a border there's a town, you know, the border is a town, and then from there, you know, worst case scenario, you can get a bus to somewhere with civilization.
You can still get a bus to Leon.
Where from?
There was a guy up there.
But even if we get a bus, we ain't got any money.
Yeah, I know.
Budgeteering is awesome, but it has its ups and its downs. But the only reason why we do this is because we're bored of being a tourist, bored of being a backpacker, on going to the same hostels with the same, you know, taking the same photos at all the same places. Budgeteering, you get on the road, you get to meet the locals, you get to experience the country. You know, if we'd flown in, like most of the backpackers do on the Central American route, because, you know, they skip Honduras, they just cross the borders, pay a company to do it for them, or they fly in. They don't have these problems, but I'd take it any day. Here we go. Even the minibuses who charge money aren't picking us up. Here we go, mate. Are you ready to talk yet? On the upside, there is a nice sunset happening right now, but I can't see because I've got flies in my eyes. Hola. Leon? Are you going to Leon? Yeah? We get on the back? Nah. Alright, never mind.
Just before dark, a minivan eventually picked us up, and after a few more dollars and a few more hours, we finally arrived in Leon. We found a cheap hostel near the center of town, and since the border crossing had been, well, rough, we decided it was probably best to just take a day and cool off. It took me a few days, but eventually I stopped crying, and so we decided to grab a beer and move forward.
Cheers. 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 Cheers.
Ties.
Ties. Why don't you tell them what the Nicaraguan immigration police did to you?
Yeah, so I have both passports, and to be traveling through Latin America, it just makes more sense to be traveling as a Latin American. In Nicaragua and Costa Rica, it is more difficult to get in as a Colombian because we are required a visa. Whereas with my American passport, I don't need a visa for either country. I've been traveling with both for years, and this has never been a problem. From my understanding, if you enter one country with one passport, you leave that same country with the same passport, which makes sense, no?
Yep.
They were really mean, showed no sympathy, and my biggest problem, whether I'm right or I'm wrong, it was more so the way they were treating me that really upset me, and I think like nobody deserves to be spoken to, yelled at, the way that they spoke to me. So it was hard tears. It was bad.
Hopefully Nicaragua is going to be good to us. It wasn't very polite to us at the beginning, but we're going to give you guys another chance.
Yeah.
That's what traveling is all about. If you have
So
one
far-
bad experience, you
so
can't
far
just
it's been
write a
better.
country off.
A lot better.
But now we gotta eat these fries.
Yeah.
So
we have
excuse
to.
us.
It's necessary. We have to.
Good morning. Welcome to another day of the Budgeteers. Yesterday when we sat on that square, we just watched the world go by, had some beers. It was really nice to relax. And then we just got on a little local cheap bus to our host's house. Her name is Caroline. I'm going to introduce you to her in a second. She's reached out to us because she's aware of what we're doing and that we're traveling through Central America, and that we're trying to help people as we travel, right? You guys know that we try to raise some money on our Patreon account. If you're new to this channel, then you won't know, but basically in the first series, me and Ty's volunteered in an orphanage, and we only had like $40 left, and we gave them whatever we had left of our budget. And so for the second series, I had the idea of asking you guys, our subscribers, if you wanted to donate a few dollars to us, so that when we did travel in our second series, we could help people that we meet along the way. One of the things about this trip is we've been having such a good time, and the people that we've been staying with are so lovely and so awesome that we haven't really had many interactions with people in need, really in need. So we've been scratching our heads like, what can we do? And we don't want to just volunteer in an orphanage or something like that again because of quite a few different reasons. We were quite ignorant towards it when we first started and in our first series. And we just want to make sure that whatever we do and however we use the money that you guys are giving us, that it's for something that's responsible. I think today we might go and see a preschool, a government preschool that gets zero funding for repairs and maintenance on the school building, so maybe we could go help there. We don't know, we're going to go check it out first. But yeah, this is her lovely house. This is where where we stayed last night. Caroline's here.
Wait, I didn't put my other earring in.
Oh, okay.
Hi, I'm Caroline Membreño. I'm originally from the US, Cuban American, and I've been living here in Nicaragua for 5 years. And I was really excited when I learned about the Budgeteers. I was very excited to hear about your travels and what you're doing, but I was more excited to know that you were looking for possibly a way to help out the community and a responsible way. And I'm a big proponent here of social donations, people that give in a social and balanced way. A lot of people come here and they want to donate, but they don't do it in the right way. So excited I am that you are going to see a little pet project of mine that I think fits what you're looking for, and I think that'll really make a big difference here in the community.
We jumped on a local bus towards the coastal town of Poneloya to visit a government preschool. The school was small and clearly in disrepair. A teacher was on hand to show us around, and she explained some of the problems that they face at the school. The most apparent problem being the lack of funding from the government to help maintain the building. The biggest issue they have right now is the toilets. They are extremely unsanitary and clearly unsafe to use. Since the coast was just down the road, we decided to spend the afternoon chatting and discussing whether we should use some of the money we've raised to help this school with its building projects. Hello. So, sorry to jump forward in time, but basically this kind of thing needed a lot of thought, and basically we decided that we really did want to help this school. So what we did was we carried on traveling after we decided we wanted to help the school, and we kept in contact with Caroline. She put us in contact with a person called Asha, who was a Dutch girl who lives in Nicaragua for quite a lot of the year, and she helps projects in that area as well. When we got back to Europe, Caroline got in contact with us and she said, okay, I've spoken to the local builders and the school have said that they'll need $440 for building materials and labour. So we said, okay, cool. So we wired over the money, and good news, guys, quite quickly the school started getting this toilet situation fixed. They bought in all the materials they needed. They got some skilled local workers to come and build the toilets and fully plumb it.
That's important.
Yeah, and within a couple of weeks it was done, and they've sent us the pictures, and you can see that the kids seem to really enjoy their new clean, safe and sanitary toilet. So with the money left over, because we actually raised more than $440, we raised nearly $1,000. So with the money that we're left over with, we're going to continue working with this school. There's painting to be done, there's outside play areas to be fixed, there's going to be other projects that we might help with as well. But for now we've just done that, and in the new year we're going to continue using the money, and you'll find out how we do that either on the channel or on our Facebook group. The cool thing about this project was it was local skilled workers doing all of the work. It wasn't like we were just building the toilets or something, because we don't know what we're doing. And thanks to Lena for showing us and teaching us that this kind of volunteer work or this kind of humanitarian work is best done when it's responsible. Lena's made a completely dedicated video to that topic, and you'll be able to link it in the description or something, and you can go check out why we didn't just willy-nilly volunteer somewhere to pat ourselves on the back.
So thanks everyone that helped us out, that contributed to our Patreon account. The big supporters, the small supporters, even the ones that just donated $1, you made a difference, and it's been really cool to do this. I don't think many YouTube channels, small YouTube channels like us, do anything like this.
Yeah.
So it's been a cool experiment, and I think we done a lot of good work here. But where were we actually?
We were just leaving Caroline's, I think.
Okay, yeah. So
let's get back into it.
Go back.
So we're just leaving beautiful Caroline's house.
It's me good here.
You got toothpaste on you. Go like this. Go like this. It's gone. Here she is.
Here I am.
Thanks for everything.
Oh, thank you. It was so wonderful to have you.
Give me a squeeze.
Oh, okay.
Give me a squeeze.
Thank you. Should I give you the other side too? No. Thank you guys. So, good luck. Budgeteers.
Woohoo!
But thank you for putting us in touch with the school.
Sure, sure.
And we'll be in touch.
And thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Plan of attack.
By myself.
What's the goal today?
Don't
Granada?
wanna be all
With a pit stop at a
by
volcano to watch the lava?
myself. No, now you have to say. I was dancing what we're feeling.
Are you drunk?
No, I'm not.
I'm drinking the beer.
Why can't I be happy? You never let me be happy. The plan is hitchhike. Where are we going to?
So there is this volcano that erupted a few months ago. Apparently lava everywhere, and
It's fresh.
it's
Really
fresh lava.
It's new, it's not used. We don't like used.
Yeah. If you're an extinct volcano, we're not interested.
The hitch from León to Granada isn't actually too far, but we needed everything to go smoothly because the only way to see the newly erupted volcano is with a guided tour, and the last one was at 4 p.m.
Come on, give us a ride.
Did you see that? That's what they say every time. They just do this.
Time's not really on our side right now. We need to get moving. And we just lost an hour. Damn it.
You might think, oh, it's only an hour, but we normally get picked up within 10 to 15 minutes every single time. Come on. Managua? No. Managua? No. Taxi? No. Managua! Managua! No.
Someone has stopped for us in Nicaragua. At first.
We've got a ride!
We got a ride.
I find where? To where?
I don't know.
You don't know where we're going.
You like getting high.
Okay, this is sweet. Normally we get rides all the time, but it's been just such a long while.
In the front or the back?
I don't know. Patty, get in.
He's a priest.
Good news, they were headed to Managua. And luckily, after that ride, we were able to get 3 more easy rides with awesome people, and Granada was just within our reach.
Gracias.
Adios.
I have no idea where to go or what to do, but yeah. And then this is the cathedral.
Let's find the hospital.
Yeah. Let's go down here. Alright, cool. So we made it here, guys. We made it to Granada. High five, Lena. And we got here with like half an hour to spare.
Yeah.
This
Not
top-
even.
Not even. We said, hey, are you going to take people out to the volcano? They said, yes, it's $20 each.
We're usually really anti-tour, but this one you can't do on your own.
Yeah, and we heard it's really good, and it's dangerous, and they need to take you up there because the volcano is like erupting constantly. But they're going to take us to a market first,
So we're gonna go.
so we're going to get some food.
Bueno,
Alberto, vamos a coger la
It's raining a bit. Okay, the bus of the tour stopped at this little market, but we didn't have any lunch or dinner yet, so we quickly jumped in and searched for food. And in those 40 minutes, we managed to eat 2 hamburgers, 1 hot dog, go to a bar, drink some beer, make enemies that then became our friends. All in 40 minutes.
This guy was like, hey, turn off your camera, turn off your camera. And he came over and tried to grab the camera. And then 5 seconds later, he's like, I love you, give me a cuddle.
and one guy told Patty off and was like, you English, you think you're the best at everything.
You're like
That goes
Americans
for you,
thinking
you
that you're all
English.
What?
Señor English, Mr. English.
Sí.
My wife is English. He's from England. My wife.
After we finished having banter with those locals, we jumped back into the minivan and made our way up to the top of the volcano for the night tour. Now, for safety, you are only allowed at the top for 15 minutes before they have to take everyone back down, as it might erupt at any point.
Okay, we arrived with our tour van and we're now on top of the volcano, on the brim, and you can see all the smoke coming out of the volcano. We only got 15 minutes here to watch because it's way too dangerous, because this is a very active volcano.
We're gonna die.
We all agreed that this footage doesn't do this experience justice. It may have cost $20 each, but seeing the portal to the center of the earth, the bubbling magma, the sounds and the smells of the volcano, and the whole awe-inspiring feeling you have the entire time is for sure a must-see, and it was easily up there with one of the best experiences of our lives. The next day, we left bright and early and started hitchhiking south with an aim to reach a volcanic island called Ometepe. heard from backpackers that it was a cool island, and since we were all on top form, we rocked out all day and we got there in no time.
Oh, that was easy. How you feeling? Did you get seasick? No. No? So yeah, we just arrived in Santa Cruz, some town. And it's raining.
Bravo! Okay, we got dropped off by the bus and went to get some beers, because that's important after you had a long ferry ride and a bus ride. And now we're walking up to a hostel which only costs $4 each for a hammock to sleep in. Gonna chill out because it's been a long day. And then we're gonna eat something and then go to sleep early, because tomorrow we're gonna explore this island which has 2 volcanoes and it's really beautiful. But right now we're all knackered and we're gonna sleep, and tomorrow it's gonna be a really active day.
Yo. First we're gonna eat.
Eat.
No.
What's wrong?
Just not in love with you.
So, plan for the day, guys. This is our last full day here in Nicaragua. We've just rented some bicycles and we're going to cycle around today, explore what the island's got. It's not too hot, so that's quite nice. Motorbikes were really expensive, so we just decided to get these bicycles. They're $5 each, so $15 for all 3 of us. And yeah, we're just gonna have a little explore around the island, right? Get lost.
Yeah.
And Lena's so excited.
I'm so excited.
We should switch to the old GoPro, right? GoPro.
I was kissing it.
Ometepe is well worth the visit, guys. But if you rent bicycles, please stay away from these roads. They are so bad and the bikes are so poorly made that cycling these parts of the island is almost impossible. And it took us 5 hours to get back from the waterfalls to our hostel. The next day we left this beautiful island and headed back to the mainland. All we had to do was hitchhike the 100 kilometers or so to the Costa Rican border. Our budget was running really low and we heard that Costa Rica was one of the most expensive of all the Central American countries. So even though we were really excited to get back on the road, we were a little nervous that our trip might end before we actually made it to Panama.
Hola! I mean, adios, Nicaragua!
Sí.
Thanks for watching, guys. Well done, you made it to the end of the episode. Thumbs up. If you like the episode, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But yeah, I think it's fair to say Nicaragua and the Budgeteers didn't get off to a good start.
No, don't.
All her fault.
Looks like shit.
But we ended up having a really good time here. And thanks to you guys, we ended up donating some money to a good cause as well. So high five subscribers. High five that shit. Fist
Thank
bump
you for
me.
that. We're on the last stretch of our budget right now. And we're
Costa
going
Rica.
into the most expensive country of Central America.
We have just over $400 left in our budget. And we really want to go to Panama. I think it would be nice to go all the way from Los Angeles through Mexico and then do all of the Central American countries. Obviously not Belize because we miss Belize, sorry. Yeah, we spent just under $600, I think.
And if you want to know that we'll survive and make sure that we get to Panama on our tight budget as it is, keep following and watch the next episode.
So yeah, thank you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!
But now we're heading to hopefully the Caribbean. It's more than 500 kilometers away, so it's pretty...
Yeah, that's
pretty,
safe. I'm pretty sure they tell you not to do that in your drive.